Before we delve into the Neolithic Age, let's take a step back in time to the Paleolithic Age, also known as the Old Stone Age. This era spanned nearly 2 million years and witnessed the rise of the earliest human civilizations. In the Paleolithic Age, humans were primarily hunter-gatherers, reliant on hunting wildlife and gathering plants for their sustenance. They lived in small, mobile groups, perpetually on the move in search of food and shelter. Society was basic, with survival as the key focus and life dictated by the rhythms of nature. Tools were rudimentary, made primarily from stone, bone, and wood. Art and culture started to take form in the shape of cave paintings and carved figurines. Truly, the emergence of the Paleolithic Age laid down the rudimentary foundations of human society as we know it. But then, a significant transition occurred. Have you ever wondered what life was like when humans first dipped their toes into farming? Welcome to the Neolithic Age. This period, starting around 10,200 years before Christ, marked a monumental turning point in human history. It's a chapter of our past, often referred to as the New Stone Age, and deservedly so. The Neolithic Age was a time of remarkable innovation and progress. As the last ice age receded, our ancestors began to settle in fertile areas and discovered the benefits of farming. But what were they farming? Evidence suggests early Neolithic farmers grew a variety of crops, including wheat, barley, peas, lentils, and flax. The farming methods were basic, yet revolutionary. This shift from the nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyle of the Paleolithic Age to settled farming communities was a process that unfolded over thousands of years. They used stone and wooden tools like hoes and sickles to till the land and harvest crops, and primitive forms of irrigation to water their fields. The advent of farming was a game changer. No longer reliant solely on what nature readily provided, humans began to exert control over their food supply. With a dependable food supply, communities were able to stay in one place, leading to the establishment of the first permanent settlements. This shift was much more than just about food. It had far-reaching implications for social organization, and cultural people no longer needed to roam in search of food. They could establish permanent residences, build more complex societies, and even make time for more creative pursuits. In essence, the Neolithic Age was the cradle of modern civilization. It was during this time humans took their first steps away from the societies of the Paleolithic Age and towards the societies we recognize today. It was a time of discovery, ingenuity, and transformation. A time when mankind made one of its greatest leaps forward. Hence, the stage was set for a revolution in human history, the shift from hunting and gathering to farming, a change so profound it would forever alter the course of human history. Now that our stage is set, let's plunge into the intricacies of the social, cultural, and political aspects of the Neolithic Age. The Neolithic era, also known as the New Stone Age, marked a vital period in societal and cultural progression. Our ancestors then were evolving from wandering groups into settled farming societies, fundamentally altering the societal structure. One significant development was the emergence of social hierarchies. Communities swelled and became more intricate. There arose a necessity for governance. This paved the way for leaders or chieftains to surface, who took charge of resource allocation and dispute resolution. These leaders held significant roles such as coordinating communal efforts, directing agricultural activities, and ensuring harmony within the community. The Neolithic Age also bore witness to the birth of the concept of private property. The advent of farming transformed land into a precious commodity. Individuals started to claim specific plots of land, marking the dawn of land ownership as we comprehend it today. The rise of structured societies during the Neolithic Age also marked the development of new technologies. Pottery, for example, became an integral part of daily life. These vessels served practical purposes like storing and cooking food, while also bearing aesthetic and symbolic significance, often adorned with intricate designs that mirrored cultural beliefs and artistic tendencies of the era. Another technological stride was the emergence of weaving. The ability to transform raw materials like wool and flax into textiles marked a significant advancement. Woven products served practical purposes like clothing and blankets, and also emerged as trade items, further propelling the growth of these early societies. The advent of defined social roles, leadership, and the concept of individual property also necessitated the establishment of laws and rules. These early societies saw the emergence of codes of conduct and rules to ensure fair distribution of resources, resolution of disputes, and protection of individual rights. The Neolithic Age was truly a period of deep transformation. It was a time when humans began shaping the world around them in unprecedented ways, forming structured societies, developing fresh technologies, and establishing roots that would be the blueprint for future civilizations. Thus, the Neolithic Age was a period of profound social, cultural, and political transformation, laying the groundwork for the civilizations to follow. Beyond the farmlands and the communities, the Neolithic Age was a period of burgeoning artistic expression. This era witnessed the dawn of aesthetics, where mankind began to manifest not solely for utility but also for splendor and symbolism. The Neolithic era ushered in an extraordinary advancement in art forms. Let's take a look at some examples. Pottery, for instance, evolved beyond mere utilitarian articles. People began to mold clay into receptacles with elaborate designs and patterns, transforming them into pieces of artwork. Pottery of the Neolithic Age, like the intricate geometrical designs on the pottery from the Cucuteni culture, provides us with narratives of their times, unveiling their lifestyles, food habits, attire, and even their faith. But it wasn't just pottery that flourished. Sculpture, too, experienced a boom. The Venus of Willendorf is a classic example of the carved figures from this period, usually representing women. These figurines, affectionately labeled Venus figurines, were crafted from stone, bone, or clay, often emphasizing the elements of fertility, implying the prominence of procreation and fertility in the Neolithic society. Furthermore, the Neolithic Age also saw the rise of megalithic constructs, towering stones arranged in a specific order. A case in point is Stonehenge. This mammoth structure, standing tall in the core of England, is a testament to the architectural acumen and astronomical understanding of our Neolithic predecessors. Additionally, we cannot ignore the cave paintings from this era. The mesmerizing murals at Lascaux Cave in France, with their vivid depictions of animals, suggest a deep connection with nature and a means of storytelling these ancient people. Art during the Neolithic era was also a means of communication. Symbols and patterns carved on pottery, sculptures, and cave walls convey a lot about the faiths, rites, and societal norms of the time. Through these artistic expressions, we gain insights into their spiritual realm, their veneration for nature, and their viewpoints on life and death. But let's not forget, art in the Neolithic era was more than just a creative medium. It was a mirror reflecting a society in flux, a society transitioning from a nomadic existence to settled agricultural communities. It was a society leaving its imprints, their narratives inscribed in stone, clay, and on cave walls, for future generations to unearth. Art was not just embellishment in the Neolithic era, it was a reflection of a society in transition, a society leaving its legacy for future generations to uncover. Every epoch must meet its conclusion, and this held true for the Neolithic Age. But it's crucial to understand that the end of an age doesn't imply a downfall. Instead, it often signals a shift, a juncture towards something even more refined and advanced. As the Neolithic Age began to fade, a new era was ready to emerge. The Bronze Age, a time characterized by the evolution of metalworking, was set to claim the spotlight. This shift was not an abrupt, immediate transformation but a slow, phased process spanning over centuries. During the concluding phases of the Neolithic Age, humankind had already started delving into the materials that would symbolize the forthcoming era. Copper, a pliable metal, was among the first to be explored and shaped by human hands. It was utilized to fabricate basic tools and ornamental items, laying the groundwork for intricate metallurgical practices of the future. As time progressed, the craft of metalworking blossomed into a more sophisticated art form. The breakthrough discovery of alloying, a method of amalgamating diverse metals, paved the way for the creation of bronze, a substance harder and sturdier than copper. This signified the authentic inception of the Bronze Age and the closure of the Neolithic period. The evolution of metalworking was more than a simple technological stride. It was a monumental leap in human. It permitted the fabrication of robust tools and weapons, instigating enhancements in agriculture, warfare, and craftsmanship. This sequentially triggered societal transformations, with the rise of specialized roles and a more organized social structure. Yet, the Neolithic Age didn't merely dissolve into oblivion. It left an enduring legacy that was inherited by the Bronze Age and the eras that followed. The agricultural methods, the societal frameworks, the artistry, everything was bequeathed, refined, and tailored to suit the perpetually evolving human civilization. Just as the Neolithic Age had represented a pivotal advancement in human history, its culmination implied the dawn of a new era filled with growth and evolution. With the and usage of bronze, the impact it had on warfare and tools, and the subsequent societal and cultural alterations, it was indeed a time of progress and development. So what does the Neolithic Age mean for us today? A question that invites us to reflect on the lasting impact of a period that shaped much of our world today. The Neolithic Age, often too as the New Stone Age, marked a pivotal moment in human history. It was a time when our ancestors transitioned from a nomadic lifestyle to settled farming communities. This shift, known as the Neolithic Revolution, laid the groundwork for modern agriculture. Today, the vast majority of our food comes from farmed sources, a testament to the enduring legacy of the Neolithic Age. But the impact of the Neolithic Age extends beyond our dinner plates. The settled communities that emerged during this period were the forerunners of the modern societies we live in today. These early settlements gave rise to complex societal structures, including the concept of property and the division of labor. Our legal systems, our social hierarchies, even our day-to-day interactions, are all influenced by these developments from the Neolithic Age. Artistic expression too blossomed during this epoch. The Neolithic Age saw the birth of pottery, weaving, and the carving of intricate figurines, which were often imbued with spiritual or symbolic significance. These early forms of artistic expression paved the way for the rich tapestry of art and culture that we cherish today. Every time we admire a beautiful painting or marvel at a piece of pottery, we're witnessing the long-lasting impact of the Neolithic Age. So why is studying the Neolithic Age important? It's simple. By understanding this period, we gain a deeper insight into our collective human history. We learn about the roots of our agricultural systems, our societal structures, and our artistic traditions. We understand how our ancestors lived, how they thought, and how they interacted with the world around them. In essence, we connect with a part of our shared human story. The Neolithic Age may be thousands of years behind us, but its echoes are still felt today, shaping our world in myriad ways. And so, as we walk through our modern world, let's remember to appreciate the echoes of the Neolithic Age that continue to shape our lives. I encourage each and every one of you to visit your local museum, read more about the Neolithic Age, or even participate in archaeological digs. The more we explore, the more we understand how this incredible era continues to reverberate through time, influencing our lives today. Let us never stop learning about the Neolithic Age.